channel. I'm your host, Solomon Savoy. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, I want you to go ahead and click that bell. Also comment and like if you like the content. We're growing in subscribers and we're trying to keep putting out great content. This week I have another video. I'm going to be talking about your faith should not be just at church. So we'll get right into that. Your faith should, when we talk about faith, a lot of people get it confused with, I should have faith in different things or just, talk about faith just at church. Well, you should have faith in God, first off. And you should believe that, whatever you're in, whatever you're dealing with, whatever situation that you're going through, that he's going to see you through it. Sometimes he put us in these situations to teach us a lesson. So we got to be willing to go through these situations to be able to learn from them and, move on from it. You're going to learn something from it if you really sit back and think about what you've just went through. And it could be anything going on, loss of a job, a loss of a car wreck. Maybe you got hurt in a car wreck, but maybe God avoided separated you from doing something, different. Well, I said separate, but what I mean is he prevented you from getting into something else. You think in a car wreck, well, I totaled my car, but hey, we have insurance, we pay insurance, and then you might get a brand new car to the situation. So think about it that way, and then think about what could have happened and why did he put you in that situation. Maybe he put you in that situation to give you opportunity to talk to him, to be in the hospital, to be able to pray and read your Bible. Because that's usually when we go to him, let's be honest with it. Our faith, sometimes it's all over the place. It's hit and miss. So sometimes he'll put us in these situations where you have that car wreck and you're stuck in the hospital for, weeks at a time. And what are you going to do? You're going to watch TV. But most of us are going to pray. We're going to read the Bible. And we're going to talk to God. And that's all he wanted us to do from jump. So let's just remember that. But we're talking about, this faith-based workplace. So we're talking about, things at work, but also in life too. It's not just based off just work, although that's what the business is based off of. We want to, talk about, faith from different avenues. So I want to bring in a Bible verse early because this is a short video. So I'm going to bring in Matthew 17:20. And Jesus said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if you have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence thee to yonder, and it shall remove. So what that's telling me is you can have, just a little, you ever seen a mustard seed? Mustard seed is very, very small. Smaller than a grain of rice. It's teeny. If you have that faith, which is real small, you can do great things with that faith. So you can move mountains. You can pray things over you and over your family and things of that nature. So if you have faith way bigger than that, just think about the things that you can do. They can come into you. And it's not all about money and things of that nature, but having faith and being able to trust God and know that he's going to bring you through any situation. Trust me, it's awesome. My faith grows daily, things that I see that he's done for me and my family and continues to do. And that's just things he does. The things he shows me, because God will show you a lot if you talk to him and have that conversation, that one-on-one with him. Like the movie in the war room, you go into the closet and you pray, or wherever your place is, might be in the bathroom, might be the closet, might be in your car while you're riding to work, might be, I don't know, at your gym, at school, or whatever the case is, when you're at work, you're probably thinking about different things. But, if you got that opportunity to sit down and have a conversation with God and pray, he'll reveal a lot to you. You just got to have a conversation with him just like you're talking to me, or talking to anybody else, like your wife or your kids or anything. At work, we want to watch our circle of friends closely. Because when we're dealing with faith, you got to be cautious of who you have in your circle. Over here at my house, we always talk about the circle of trust. So if you're not in the circle of trust, you might not get certain things entitled to certain information. So, having faith, with God and things that he can do, he gives you that wisdom and that discernment to be like, hey, certain people shouldn't be in your circle. So you have to, show your faith with that also. So certain people you might not be able to tell certain things to or talk about certain things. And there's certain people you better tell different things to. I try to keep, more things private and especially my personal things. I'm going to try to keep it to myself. So, my faith in God allows me to open up and do these videos, like bringing YouTube videos and share different personal experiences and things of the nature and talk about my faith and let you know what God has done for me. So, it's awesome to be able to talk about God and then to be able to, showcase things that he's done and continue to do for us, and then just be happy about it. If you follow me on LinkedIn, you'll see, a lot of posts, talking about God, or it might be a prayer and things of that nature. But I'm just showing people that you have to have faith in these things. Even during a pandemic, even during the hurricanes that just hit Louisiana and Texas, I'm praying for all my family and friends down there in Louisiana and in Texas, Lake Charles area, Lafayette, and trying to think. I know Beaumont, Texas, also Orange. All those places was severely affected. Cameron, Louisiana, also can't forget about that. Got family down there, but all those places were affected by the hurricane. So talking about faith, let's talk about that. So some of these people might have lost their homes. They might not have power from what they're saying for weeks. They might have right now. What I'm told, the water plant is down, so they don't have no sewage or water. But you have to have faith that God is going to bring this back. Because what I try to tell my family and the ones I've talked to is, just remember, you stay here. Houses, cars, motorcycles, pictures, things of that nature. Trust me, it sucks to lose it. It sucks rebuilding a home, having to go through the insurance and things of that nature. But you're still here. God provided you another opportunity to say his name and show your faith and be like, hey, I'm going to come back bigger, better, and stronger than ever before. So as long as you know that and you have that faith and have that brain power to say, hey, you know what? I'm not in this alone. I can call on God. I got somebody I can talk to get me through this situation, this hurricane, or this situation at work where I have this boss that's on my butt all the time, or this person that's my coworker and he's just not getting. I'm trying to train him to do things, but he's just not getting it. So that's where your faith comes into play. You have to be like, you got to be bigger than that. So like what Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we go high. So it's the same thing with this. With your faith, you want to go as high as you can. You want to make sure that you're the best version of you that you can be. So just remember that. So all these things that's going on, that's happening, the pandemic and hurricanes and fires in California and earthquakes and blizzards and the list goes on and on. Tsunamis, you name it, things are going on. If you don't see it, it's a lot of things going on. But that's where our faith comes into play. So again, faith shouldn't just be talked about at church. Talk about it at work. Bring it up. Bring up prayer at work. Talk about God at work. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I mean, think about that. You're showcasing, just like they can talk about sports, whether it be football or basketball or baseball or whatever, soccer, tennis, you name all the sports. You should be able to talk about God also. So think about that. If you can't talk about God, or you can't talk about your faith, and people are looking at you with the side eye or looking at you crazy, here goes Solomon again, he's always talking about God. Maybe there's some people you might not want to, deal with. But I will say this on the flip side, there's some people that you need to continue praying for because they just don't get it. They just don't understand what your God and what our God can do for us. So just remember that. In closing, I know we work for money and we're going to work, to get money. But remember, money is the root of all evil. So knowing that, that's where faith comes into play again. Because money can't get you some of the things that God is trying to give you or trying to show you. So you can't just depend on money and getting a dollar bill, y'all, I'm going to get paid. Sometimes it's as simple as just praying, fasting, reading your Bible, reading books that's going to expand your mind on different things. Like this book, Deliverance and Spiritual Warfare Manual. My wife got me reading this book. It's a great book. It's dealing with spiritual warfare. We're going to be digging into that. I haven't forgot about, the Jezebel and Ahab and none of that, but we're going to be digging into some of this coming up soon, because this is what we're dealing with at work and at home and with family and things of that nature. You're dealing with it's spiritual warfare when you think about it. So this is where your faith is really going to come into play with what you're dealing with. When you really get down and you are dealing with demons and they coming at you left and right and 7 times, this type things. You need a book like this, or you need the Bible. You need a praying family. If you're married, you want a praying wife or a praying husband. You know, you need your kids to be praying. Y'all need to be reading the Bible. I'm telling you, faith is going to come into play. It should be coming into play already. It should have been coming into play for years, but I'm telling you, get in the Bible. Read the Bible. Start at the beginning. Start at the beginning. A lot of people, well, some people say, you know, it's good to start in the New Testament. Some people like to start in the Old Testament. It's just like starting this YouTube channel. I kept debating whether I was going to start or not. Just read. Just start reading somewhere. Open the Bible and, you know, ask God to show you where you need to start at and start there. Just letting you know. So just remember, faith, just make sure you practicing it and you showing people. People should know that, you know what, Solomon, I know that this guy, he follows God. His faith is big. He might have lost his job, but he's still faithful, still applying for jobs, still doing things. He still was able to launch a business and doing a YouTube channel. How is this guy still happy? That's because my faith is that God is doing these things. I prayed for it, and he's going to bring me through this. Me and my family through this. He has brought us through this. I mean, you know, we're still able to pay for things, and, you know, still got lights on, AC, water running, you know, roof over our head. It's the little things that you have to have faith in and be like, hey, you know what? God is still providing. You know, I might not be a millionaire, but I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to just be here and just be able to say those things. So once again, click that like and subscribe button. You know, if you haven't had the opportunity, share this with your friends. You know, if you like the messages. Once again, be blessed.